All right, good morning to those of you on the West Coast. Good evening to those of you on the East Coast. I'm your host, Brandon Troy, host and co-creator of Movers and Shakers Unlimited. And as you well know, this week we have CES happening, the Consumer Electronics Show, the 2022 edition, if you will, happening this week in Las Vegas. And so I'll try to make it a point over the course of this week of some of the cool things that, are on tap during the show. And with that being said, I'm happy to have a special guest here representing SkyDrive. I have Mark Blackwell. So let me bring him on now. See if you hear me. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hey, everyone. Yeah, very good, thanks. Hello from CES.
Indeed. So talk to me, man. I know you guys have a new vehicle that you guys, are, promoting here at the show. So can you talk a little bit about it?
Okay, sure. Let me flip my camera around and I'll take you to the demo vehicle that we're showing here at CES.
All right, cool.
Okay, so this is our, we call SD-03 model. It's a manned aircraft that's flown in Japan in 2020. It's a one-person vehicle, quadcopter design, 8 propellers total, and very much a technology demonstrator. So by 2025, we will be, we'll have a certifiable product based on this design that will be ready in Japan for leisure tourism type applications. So we've got the Osaka Expo in 2025. So we'll be taking tourists from Universal Studios, harbor areas to the Expo, and really giving people a new user experience of a flying drone. But then the long-term vision of SkyDrive is to develop a full flying car. So in parallel, we're working on ground transportation drivetrains to integrate with this flying product. So by 2030 timeframe, we'll have full autonomy, mass manufacture, and we're looking to deliver the full flying car beyond 2030. So whether that's modular, we have a flying vehicle that then connects to a ground vehicle, or we can get the full vehicle in a single unit, is still TBD. But that's the vision. Flying cars here at CES.
All right, awesome stuff. So, and speaking further about that, as you said, you were talking about, what the goal is going forward. So, are you able to even though I know it's relatively early, and commenting on perhaps some additional things that you guys are, looking, to have as, in terms of an expansive aspect? Because obviously you said right now, as it stands, it's from what you said, was in Japan, correct?
So we're looking to launch in Japan. That's correct. Yeah. Initially,
correct. So,
and then taking overseas shortly afterwards.
Okay. And with all of that being said, can you also go into some of the logistical things that maybe perhaps some folks may not think about as this as you start bringing this vehicle into the market? Because I mean, whenever we have any type of innovation in terms of transportation, it comes with its own logistics of safety and things of that nature. So are there some unforeseen things that maybe you guys perhaps that were in some unforeseen perhaps circumstances of being able to make this vehicle available on the market?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, as you rightly say, there are many barriers to being able to use these types of vehicles within cities and even in rural areas. So partnerships are key to make this thing happen. The ecosystem is being developed now globally. Europe, US, Asia. There's concepts of operations and discussions with governments have been going on for a number of years now. SkyDrive are very much the vehicle manufacturer, so we're leaving things like the air traffic management system, the landing takeoff sites, some of the in-vehicle services, that will be all partnerships. So we'll look to leverage a strong network that we already have in Japan, but then also building overseas and working with other similar flying vehicle manufacturers as well, because this is an ecosystem that needs to be very well integrated. And as you rightly point out, safety is the number one thing, closely followed by noise. If these things are noisy, then there's no way they will be accepted into society. So our strategy really is to start remotely, over water, areas where maybe slightly higher noise levels are acceptable. And then as we gather more data and we prove the safety of the vehicle, we will then slowly transition in towards cities. And in parallel, the infrastructure will be being built by partners and ongoing conversations with governments.
All right, awesome stuff. Now, if I recall correctly, so this year you guys had initially planned on, having a, demonstration, a live demonstration of it, in action. Obviously, you guys weren't able to do that this year, for various reasons. So, is there going to be an opportunity also going forward? As we can see right now, we have folks that are checking out, the vehicle, what it would be like to physically be in the vehicle. Will there be an opportunity at some point to, have folks test out to see what it's like to actually experience the vehicle firsthand?
In terms of testing the actual vehicle, that won't be really ready until public launch. So
Gotcha.
our user experience interface will be via simulations within prototype vehicles. So it will likely be static displays, but we're working on simulators to give a full VR in-vehicle experience, which is as close as we can get to actually being in the vehicle without compromising safety.
Of
So yeah,
course.
to answer your question, the public will be able to use this in 2025. We are considering maybe before then experiences based around, for example, a hover experience in an indoor venue. If we can get the permissions and it makes business sense, and also to help with the public acceptance. Because as you rightly point out, getting people to use these and getting feedback as to what people want from the vehicle, any concerns. I mean, one example here is, as you'll see, the blades on this tech demo are actually quite low compared to, for example, a helicopter, and that may be an issue for people. So we're taking
Yep.
in those sort of considerations into the certified product. But yeah, that's a sort of TBD really, as to whether we have more user experiences on the actual vehicle. But for sure, simulator and VR and AR experiences will be rolling out in the next year or so.
All right, awesome. Well, Mark, thank you so much, man, for giving a quick rundown of what you guys have going on over at SkyDrive. Now, you guys, this is, as for those of you watching, this is day one, the officially, I should say, day one of CES. So you guys are now experiencing firsthand, what the floor looks like. For those that are also at the show, they can come and check out the booth at Mark booth number.
Okay, thanks so much, Brendan. Yeah, have a good show. Enjoy.
All right. Take care. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thanks again. Cheers. Goodbye.